I've naturally built this physique as a teenager, and here's my full upper body day I recently hit at the Harvard gym. I'll be going over the exercises, sets, and any advice I have. As always, as the Harvard bodybuilder, this will be science-based. I start with 2 sets to failure of the incline Smith machine. I do 2 warm-up sets because I have to work up to 3 plates. Like pretty much all exercises I do 6 to 12 reps. I've talked about this a lot before, but I like the Smith way more than the bench because there's more stability, meaning I can push my chest with maximum intensity. So people do make fun of me for using the Smith because it's not tough or whatever, but all I care about is maximum muscle growth. Next, I finish up the chest with 2 sets to failure of the machine chest fly. Full stacking, of course. I do as many reps as I can leaned back, squeezing the lower chest, and then I do some reps leaned forward. So some people might say my form is bad, but these are basically just cheat reps. And these last few reps help target the upper chest. Overall, imagine the chest fly as kind of like a pressing movement. Bend your arms as they go back and then straighten them as they go forward. Now we hit the back with 1 warm-up set and then 2 sets to failure of a chest-supported machine row. The chest support is huge for back growth. As with all the machines I use, it helps you push with maximum intensity, while still properly targeting the muscle. And of course, use straps. And if you want to look good and make a fashion statement while wearing straps, wear pink ones like me. Now we move on to upper back with 2 sets to failure of the same machine but with this grip. As always, the most important part is pushing as intense as you possibly can. Here I am squeezing out the last few reps, and now we're on to finishing back with some lat pull down. I do just 1 set to failure. Like with all lat exercises, imagine your hands as hooks and pull with your elbows. Now we're hitting shoulder, starting with 1 warm-up and then 2 sets to failure of single arm lateral raises. Here's a very important tip for all single arm exercises that most people don't know. After you do one arm, rest before you do the other. If you don't rest, your body will still be tired, meaning whatever arm you do second will get less growth. Next I hit rear delts with 2 sets to failure of rear delt cable pulls. These are the best exercise for rear delts. The range of motion is just insane, especially if you slightly turn yourself towards the machine. Finally, it's time for some curls for the girls. We gotta hit biceps. But before that, I have some fruit gummies. I sometimes like to have some simple carbs like gummies for some energy and to improve my pump. Anyways, for bicep, I hit my favorite bicep movement, double cable bicep curls for 2 sets to failure. This movement just gives me a crazy bicep burn. Now I hit the front delts with 1 set to failure of the machine shoulder press. You don't need to hit the front delts much since you hit them a lot with other pressing movements. Finally, it's time for triceps, arguably my best muscle. I start with the exercise that absolutely blew up my triceps, single arm tricep extensions. These are insane for hitting all parts of the tricep, and you can use your other arm for assisted reps towards the end for extra intensity. And then I finish up with 1 set to failure of double cable overhead extensions. I like to hit some regular extensions and some overhead extensions to make sure I'm hitting the triceps in all ways. Try this workout out and apply these tips to see your gains absolutely blow up.